Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 63 of Map Staring Simulator 4, where we are waiting for things to happen. And hopefully, not too distant future, we'll be going to war with Timbuktu. I hope I've got enough soldiers down here to take on the massive numbers of troops that might be sent against me. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. An alliance offer from Savoy. Savoy has a single province. Now, it would be nice to possibly take Nice. I'm going to accept that for now. Because if we can grab Nice, then we should grab Nice. What I also think I should do is bring some more soldiers down. We do have a stack of 27 over here, so what I'm going to do... In fact, I'm just going to be really lazy. And I'm going to tell them to come down here, and I'm going to get the auto fleet transport to work. Auto fleet transport is something that I usually dislike. Well, I'll be honest, I do still dislike it. And the reason I dislike it is because it doesn't actually use the ports. It doesn't dock and then load the troops, which is a lot quicker. Instead, it just sits in the sea zone and allows the troops to do a naval embarkation and disembarkation, which takes flipping ages. So that's quite annoying. We do have those extra 2 ships already. So, it's the Lubeck trade node that you guys are going to. Let's get you both up to Aberdeen. Let's get the royal marriage from Savoy. They really want to be friendly, don't they? When is this integration going to be completed? Look at that. We've already spent 3,102 diplomatic points in doing that. And it's still going to take until 81. So, there's still a lot of years left here. Artois gets a seat in Parliament. Okay, well, it's not too big of a problem. Of course, you don't want to give too many seats away, because the more seats in Parliament you have, the more things you have to spend to get a reform to pass. You're going off to Lubeck. We still don't have the majority control in Lubeck, which is a shame. Now, we can get another 25 ships. I think we're just going to go ahead and get ourselves another 20 lights. Natives rising up and attacking, which is to be expected. We don't mind that too much. Of course, we're losing some space here to work on because Brunei are actually growing. Do you have any allies? No, you don't. Could we protectorate you? Because you're not Western, are you? Your opinion about is minus 1,000. And the economic base. Don't really think economic base should be an issue. But no, we won't get them on. Great Advisor has died, which is our Diplo guy. I guess we just go for better relations over time. We don't want to go too low, because of course we are losing diplomatic points because of how long it's taking us to integrate France. How many relations do we currently have? I don't think we're over. No, we only have 5 of 6. We're still currently under, so everything's all good there. Do want to take more stuff here, though. Units suffering casualties. That'll just be our troops landing over here in Africa. So, we do have enough to go ahead and start this war. Let's go ahead and give you a general. We don't have any. We've got plenty of military points. Let's go ahead and roll one. Hope we get a good one. 3-3. You're not fantastic, but you'll do. Let's try another. You're terrible. You're not... Well, you're not brilliant, but you have a crap ton of manoeuvre. I think we'll take one more. You only have 1 manoeuvre. But you do have better pips. Difficult choice. I think we'll take that guy, and I think we'll get rid of the other 2. Because we're now over our leaders. We can actually have 3. So I think we'll get rid of you and keep the other one. So let's go ahead with these guys. We will declare a war. None of their allies will come in apart from the Songhai at the moment. So I'm perfectly fine with that. We'll make the war goal over Bracana. So let's go ahead and declare war. You can move into there. You can move into here because they have got a fort that isn't turned on. Hopefully I can get there before the end of the month and then we can take it easily. Now, I did indeed get there before the end of the month, so you're going to detach and move down into here. And then you're going to detach and move down into here. This will help to stop these guys. It'll block them off. He is actually committed. So you're going to detach. Now, where are you actually heading to? Don't even know where he's going. Gain some extra population somewhere. Okay, now he's probably going to come in there and attack us, so you're going to move out. You're going to move in there in the hope that you can catch them. Yeah, he has actually moved in there, which is very annoying. I'm going to lose that troop, unfortunately. It did get wiped. He does have a better leader than me, but as we manage to get this, let's just go and, in fact, let's stop moving. Let's just force march our way in there and go and deal with this army very quickly and decisively. You can come down here and grab that. We shouldn't get stack wiped here, but we might have enough to stack wipe them. No, we did just manage... I should have let that army retreat, and then we'd have had a stack wipe. Now, which is the guy that's got the best siege? Yo, you've got the maneuver, none of you have siege. Well, as you've got... No, you're the weakest army. I want this guy, the 20 stack. You're doing the chasing down. Yeah, let's take some taxes. You're going to go in here. Oh, wow. There's a big Songhai stack just appeared out of nowhere. You guys group up. That one stack is just going to get obliterated. You still have your forced march on, but you should be able to get in there quickly enough. Oh, wow. They actually gave me the slip. That's pretty interesting. I think you guys can come in here as well. Oh, no. You can go into there. You can go into there as well. Just try and wipe out these armies where we can. Here's Timbuktu's army coming back in again. Not bothered about that at all. So losing a few units down here. That's fine. We're not going to try and chase them down, but we'll take the strongest army. We'll turn your forced march off so you can actually recover a little bit. We'll sit you in there. You can move into this province. We're just going to try and siege... The more quickly we can siege their provinces out, then the... you know, they won't have any money to be able to field troops. I think we actually got a stack wipe there as well. So that is all good. Do have some cheeky little units moving in down here. Oh, you want to run away? But why? This is fun. Let's move you in. Right, who are we actually at war with down here? We're at war with Segu as well. Not Segar, Segu. You do have a fort, but it's only your capital fort, so we'll go ahead and do that. You can move in there. You guys can just stay where you are. Is a guy just appeared down there with a general. So maybe I'll leave you here. Actually, no, you can go into there. You guys... You're trying to sort of flank around the outside edge, which I don't particularly like, but there's not a lot that I can do about it, really. I can go straight in there with this guy. This is the guy that's 3-3 versus the 2-1. Extra population for some loss of ducats. Yep, we'll take that. So let's just pause up. We want to go to this colony. You have finished. Australia. Let's just call it Australia. That's fine. You are going to get down here. And we will start colonizing you because we still do have that free colonist. Back to Africa. Hopefully we can win that battle. What I am actually going to do here is just... Where are you heading? Let's detach a siege. And let's just move in with these extra troops to reinforce. Just to make sure we absolutely, definitively win that battle. And we're losing a bit of manpower. It's costing us a bit of money, but we've got plenty. We have ourselves another colonial province. Let's go ahead and get this one. Help stop the expansion of the Spanish nations. And then I shall pan all the way back over to Africa again. Oh yeah, the rest of the army turned up because the transports couldn't bring them all across. So we've got some more units over here. Fleet, you should be docked and not just sat out in the middle of the water. So that is fine. And we're gaining a lot of occupations here. Let's go ahead and group you guys together. Natives losing some ferocity. Now then, which of these provinces are hostile? None of these, so you don't need to be in that province. So let's go up and start sieging some of these then. We've got this one. So you guys can all group up. What I might do in a moment is actually put these two armies together and split them up just to sort of balance them a little bit. Because they're a little bit of a mess right now. This is Messina. Who are these guys? We've got a full siege on them. They obviously want to peace out. Because we've got them completely occupied. We could take you for 42 Diplo points. Is there going to be any point? You're still going to be massively miles away from us unless we take Wagadu as well. It costs a lot of Diplo. You probably don't make any money at all. We'll take some war reps from you. You've got some money in the bank. We'll just piece you out for war reps and your money. All money's good money. So let's just go ahead. We'll group you guys up. I'm going to move you over into this province. We'll detach a siege there and we'll go and siege out the capital. Because it only has, I think it only has a capital fort. Yeah, it only has a capital fort, so that'll be nice and easy to take out. So this particular war should be very easy. Going to have to kind of march the long way around here, but we should be okay. Not too sure if these are hostile provinces or not. Difficult to tell. I mean, at least when you're at war with somebody, you can march through their provinces, but it is still difficult to tell what is what belongs to the enemy and what doesn't. I don't realistically think they're being sieged out by somebody else now. I don't realistically think they're going to be able to get any units over to attack me, so I'm not terribly concerned about that. You can actually go and siege out Timbuktu itself. Obviously, we won't be able to protectorize the Songhai because they have westernized, so we don't have that option left to us. There we go. We've got a surrender over there. We can move into Terra Incognita. Gain some admin points and some prestige. Don't mind if I do. So we're just going to go in and take the capital here. He's moving some little one stacks around. Another colony becomes self-sustaining. That's wonderful. Let's go ahead and jump on this one as quickly as we can. You're going to go ahead and move in there. This is going to be part of the trade company, giving us more power. We'll be able to attack these guys at some point, and that will happen eventually. Can't really see what's happening in there. Obviously, somebody that we can't even see, and we've had some sort of diplomatic dealings with them. Now then, where are you thinking about moving? You're thinking about moving into Timbuktu, and you're movement locked. So let's make sure we get there and deal with you. National manpower modifier for both of them, but we'll take the free stability, because that will give us some money. Battle of Timbuktu, we actually lost. Oh, we must have had that. We had just that one unit in there. So, hopefully, we will win this battle. And we did, only just. Now then, you are going to take that back, unfortunately. But we're going to crush you. And re-siege. Because we do not appreciate this sort of behaviour. Wonder where you've actually detached to. Wherever it is, I bet we can't get to you easily. Still a few random units popping up. You guys go back down there and re-siege that. See, I'm not even sure how large their nation is because we can't see half of it. You're going to arrive on the 21st of August. That's quite a long time. Meanwhile, these guys are trying to de-siege a lot of stuff. Obviously, they've got stuff down here that I just can't even see. It's going to have to be careful and just sort of watch out for them trying to sneak around the bottom here, which is what I'm fully expecting them to do at some point. Could probably speed this siege up if I, you know, sort of move my units around in a slightly less derpy fashion, but these guys can't actually move at the moment because of the zone of control from this fort. We have ourselves a rebellion in Provence, which I don't give two hoots about because they can deal with that themselves. Morocco's getting proper sieged out up there as well. Yeah, where are you sending those other guys then to the south, which is a little bit cheeky? Can we move you? Ah, there we go. Overseas expansion. We've just managed to see their entire nation. I'm not too sure how that just happened, but all of a sudden we can see everything they have right now. Now this is really good because it means I can see you guys. Where are you? You're heading into there. Now I can't get into there, sadly. Can't see where the rest of your units disappeared off to either. Looks like they are in another war. Probably don't want to really continue this war too much. I mean, I'm not actually fighting against the Songhai. We don't need all this war score. We just want to take this stuff. So let's go ahead and sue for peace. We want to take all of these provinces because we have claims on them. So it doesn't cost us any Diplo points at all. And then we could potentially grab some more of these. 9 Diplo points. 27 overextension. That's probably enough. And then go for something like war reparations and as much money as we can get out of them. Send demands. Brilliant. Let us now go ahead and get all of these armies. We'll bring them back. We'll merge them up. So we've now got all of these provinces. They can't be added to the trade node, unfortunately. But we can just go ahead and increase the autonomy in all of them, which is what I will do here. Because it will just help to reduce rebellion. Can't do it in all of them, unfortunately. But we'll increase it in as many as we can where there is unrest. Can't do it there. Can do it there. And then obviously we need to core. It's not going to be very expensive. Most of them are really, really cheap. There we go. That's all of that being cored. And Timbuktu doesn't have an awful lot left now. Songhai is still quite big, but that's fine. I wonder if we've now managed to spread up. No, we still don't have discovery over here yet, so there's still a lot of stuff that we can't see. Current heir will die, but we gain a temple somewhere. Or the current heir will die and a noble with a weak claim becomes heir. Well, how old is our current ruler? Current ruler is 47. So there's a good likelihood that they could die. I think having someone with a weak claim is better than just a temple in a random province. So let's go. The heir's going to die one way or another. So we can't help that. But we do get a 435 heir, which is actually better than our current ruler. So it's not all that bad. I mean, admittedly, it's a weak claim, but it's better than nothing. We've got black flagged units, which we're aware of. You should be moving out, and indeed you are. So we'll group them all up and move them out. As for tech, that is our military tech. We haven't hit the cap yet. We're still ahead of time, so we're going to wait a little bit on that. Ship cost has just gone up. That's a real pain in the neck. Speaking of ship cost, how are all these lights doing? Let's get you all together. You guys can all form up in Lubeck. Hopefully we get some decent trade going on up there. So, you guys, group together. Protect trade. We want the Lubeck trade node. It's in the list somewhere. I've seen it. There we go. Go off and make me ducats. Got 2,000 gold. Might be time to start thinking about building a building or two. What would we like to get? We can get grand shipyards, reduce our ship cost and building time and ship repair. Grand shipyards aren't a bad idea, especially in some places. Wessex would be very, very useful, because we do tend to dock our things down there. I also like how you see these little cobwebs that indicate that a particular building is now outdated. It's been superseded. Cathedrals we could get in a few places and get some money. Not massive amounts of money, I have to admit. Got a good one there, 0.21. And this was the idea in the change of the way buildings worked. It was to sort of dissuade a player from just spending all of their money and spamming a building in every single province you had. It was, well, you have to think about what you can build and where. Could get some more production in some of these provinces. That would earn us a little bit more money. Not all provinces are worth the effort, so we're not going to build one everywhere. Probably nothing up there. Not too bothered about doing stuff down in the colonial nations, although of course we could get these buildings in places down here, of course. Get ourselves a lot more trade power if we go ahead and build down there, for example. What about down here in Brunei? Yeah, they're not great, so I'm not going to bother. We'll save some money. It's always good to have some money in the bank, just in case you end up in a war that was unexpected. Almost 75% of the way now through the integration of France. It's taking quite some time. But at least we've finished that war, and now it's probably about time to start getting ready to go to war with Scandinavia. These guys are getting attrition, so let's group them, split them, move one half of them out, and then it should be a slightly more balanced composition. But that's pretty much all we've got time for, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as Great Britain, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.